Did you know that long ago China had a giant animal that ate monsters and was as big as a two-story building? It was about the same size as T-Rex or slightly smaller. Learn the scary secrets of Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus, the huge animal that ruled millions of years ago. Are you ready to find out whatever happened with this old giant? Think back to a time, millions of years ago, when Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus, a huge monster, lived in China. With its huge size and strong jaws, this scary animal ruled the late Cretaceous world. But how did Zhuchengtyrannus connect with the world around it? What part did it play in the world of species like the powerful Gorgosaurus liberatus? What methods did it use to find its way around and plan its hunts? Come with us as we try to figure out what Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus is and follow its interesting path through prehistoric China. If you're a dinosaur fan like me and want to know about different types of dinosaurs, subscribe to the channel right now because we're bringing you a complete video series about every type of dinosaur with the latest information. This will take your knowledge to the next level. We'll upload a new video after every 2 days, so stay tuned. Now let's start. Why is it so important for science that Zhuchengtyrannus fossils were found? The finding of fossils of Zhuchengtyrannus in Zhucheng, China, is a big deal in the field of paleontology. These results not only show that there was a dangerous animal, but they also give us a lot of information about how the environment worked in the past. Scientists can learn more about the late Cretaceous environment by looking at Zhuchengtyrannus, how it interacted with other species, and its place in the food chain. This finding not only helps us learn more about how people lived in the past, but it also shows how complexly nature was balanced back then. What did Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus look like, and how did that affect how well it hunted? Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus was a fierce hunter from the late Cretaceous period that was found in Zhucheng, China. Fossil evidence shows that it was as big and heavy as its famous relative, the Tyrannosaurus rex. It can grow to be up to 10 meters, 33 feet long. It had strong jaws with big, sharp teeth that were perfect for tearing skin. What effects did these physical traits have on Zhuchengtyrannus' ability to hunt and its relationships with other dinosaurs, such as Gorgosaurus liberatus? These features were very important to Zhuchengtyrannus' hunting tactics. Its size and strength made it likely that it used sneak attacks and brute force to get the upper hand on its prey. The shape of its teeth suggests that it was designed to deliver powerful bites that quickly rendered its victims unable to move or speak. This change not only helped them eat more efficiently, but it also made it less likely that they would get hurt when they faced other big hunters like Gorgosaurus liberatus. The Zhuchengtyrannus was a top hunter. How did it behave in its environment? It's thought that Zhuchengtyrannus was the top hunter in its environment, like T-Rex is in North America. Its huge size and powerful weapons would have made it a top predator in its environment, potentially changing how other animals behaved and where they lived. Learning about these things helps us understand how top predators evolved during the late Cretaceous period and gives us a better picture of how ecosystems worked back then. According to fossils and paleontological ideas, how did Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus hunt? According to fossils and paleontological studies, Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus probably hunted by both sneaking up on its prey and being a very good hunter. Its big size and strong jaws with strong, sharpened teeth suggest that it could quickly and severely hurt its prey with bites. These traits show that Zhuchengtyrannus was a very good predator that used its size and weapons to control its environment. What role did Zhuchengtyrannus play in the late Cretaceous food chain? How did it associate with other big theropods like Gorgosaurus liberatus? As a top hunter in its time, Zhuchengtyrannus would have been an important part of the food chain in the late Cretaceous. It was probably a dominant force, competing with other big theropods like Gorgosaurus liberatus for resources and area because of its size and ability to hunt. The top predators would have affected the environment by interacting with each other, which could have changed the populations of prey and caused niche differentiation among carnivorous dinosaurs. Based on the size of its brain compared to its body and fossils, how smart was Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus? People think Zhuchengtyrannus was smart based on how big its brain was compared to its body size and how smart other theropods are thought to be. It's hard to say for sure what kind of cognitive abilities it had, but its big brain makes me think it may have had advanced sensory and movement skills that helped it hunt and stay alive. Finding out more about its brain shape and neuroanatomy could help us understand how it thinks and solves problems. What adaptations do you know of that show Zhuchengtyrannus could think and solve problems? Zhuchengtyrannus' adaptations, like its sharp senses and complicated jaw mechanics, show that it was well suited for successfully tracking, ambushing, and killing its prey. Getting better at depth awareness and seeing with both eyes probably helped hunters hit their targets more accurately. The way its teeth and jaws are built also says that it has special adaptations for handling and processing food, which shows that its feeding strategies are quite complex. These changes suggest that it had some advanced thinking skills, which helped it be a strong top predator in the late Cretaceous environment. What was the weather like in China during the late Cretaceous when Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus lived? During the late Cretaceous period, China's environment, especially in the Zhucheng area, was made up of thick forests, rivers, and a wide range of landscapes. A lot of different kinds of plants and animals lived in this area, which meant that big hunters like Zhuchengtyrannus had plenty of food. The warm weather and varied landscape would have been good for many types of dinosaurs, which would have made the environment more complex and stable. What role did Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus play in the environment at the time it lived in? What was its ecological niche? In China during the late Cretaceous period, Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus was a top predator that played a key role in the environment. Because it was so big and so good at hunting, it was a keystone species that affected the populations of its prey and changed how its world worked. As the top predator, Zhuchengtyrannus was very important for keeping the food chain in balance, controlling the number of herbivores, and making the environment stable as a whole. What did Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus leave behind in the field of paleontology? What does it tell us about how dinosaurs lived and what they ate? Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus has made a big impact on paleontology by helping us learn more about how dinosaurs lived and behaved during the late Cretaceous. Its finding has taught us a lot about the variety of large predators that lived in prehistoric ecosystems and how they changed over time. Scientists have learned a lot about how carnivorous and herbivorous dinosaurs interacted with each other by studying Zhuchengtyrannus. This has helped them understand how evolution worked and how ecosystems worked in the past. How have the findings about Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus changed the way we think about how large predators behaved in ecosystems in the past? The findings about Zhuchengtyrannus have helped us learn more about how large predators behaved in ecosystems in the past. Scientists have learned a lot about things like competition between top predators, relationships between predators and prey, and how changes in the environment affected dinosaur groups by studying the fossils and the environment in which they lived. This study adds to larger ones that look at how resilient ecosystems are and what role top predators play in keeping species alive over geological timescales. Basically, Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus is a cool dinosaur from the late Cretaceous that was found in Zhucheng, China. Its huge size, strong jaws, and smart ways of hunting make it clear that it is the most important animal in its environment. The fact that Zhuchengtyrannus lived gives us important information about how complex prehistoric settings worked and how top predators evolved. When we think about what Zhuchengtyrannus left behind in the field of paleontology, it makes us wonder how such powerful animals changed ecosystems in the past. What can we learn from looking at how they've changed and how they act? By looking into the world of prehistoric predators like Zhuchengtyrannus, we learn more about Earth's past and the wide range of animals that used to live here. Thank you for coming with us on this trip into the world of Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus. If you liked learning about this amazing predator, please click the like button and join to get more interesting information about ancient animals. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts or questions, and let's keep learning about the amazing things that happened in the past. You'll see me in the next video.